Hey guys, good morning. It is Dr. Lisa here in Tampa, Florida, bringing you another one of my daily updates coming from the front lines of a large primary care practice handling this COVID-19 situation. So today I wanted to just kind of chat with you guys instead of quoting science. Some of the controversies going around about COVID-19, and I don't want to get into too many conspiracy type concepts, but the one I did want to just bring up very briefly is some of the things that people have noticed in terms of outcomes being more significant in areas where 5G has rolled out. So that is nothing has been proven. I know there's pockets in China and even in New York where they're talking about how potentially the 5G wavelengths that are going around from the towers may be involved in the rapidity of how this virus is spreading. So when we talk about EMFs, electromagnetic frequencies, there are many that naturally come from the sun and different radiation that we get just from the Earth's atmosphere. But we have been studying EMFs for some time, knowing that they're coming from commonly used devices like microwaves and cell phones. And there have been pockets of studies that sort of address EMF leading to especially some glioblastomas, which are brain tumors at like the side where people tend to hold their phone. And so we definitely would recommend that you use headphones or put your phone on speaker. That's sort of an older recommendation. But you'd be surprised, to this day, I still see people. I had a very interesting conversation once with a couple of doctors. It was out on the soccer field, but one of them had his phone in its scrubs directly over his heart. And I just kind of looked at him and said, hey, that device is putting out frequencies. The heart is almost completely electrical, so you can trip arrhythmias. So for all you guys out there, please don't wear your phone in a pocket on your chest. And they kind of looked at me with shock and asked me to show the data, and my answer was kind of is common sense data. But here we are now, fast forward, potentially getting bathed in frequencies in most U.S. cities that are way higher than what we have typically been exposed to. So, there is concern that some of these wavelengths may have adverse impacts on some of us and on our health. Could it be involved in making COVID-19 or coronavirus exposure turn into a more aggressive form of disease? We don't know that. I will say some of the stuff I've been talking about for the past couple of days, including the fact that we've been tracking this as a respiratory virus where in fact it may be more active in the blood cells. That part I find interesting because I would think that the blood cells may be a little bit more easily subjected to adverse effects from 5G. So we're going to have to ride this one out. We're going to have to see where we go as we progress, as 5G rolls out in more and more cities throughout our country. And what I wanted to do, instead of focusing on that negativity, which is not my nature, is give you something proactive, some ways to think about this. We can't run and hide in a bubble. We're not going to wrap ourselves in tinfoil and live, some people are trying to do this, but live out in the middle of nowhere. I am not going to do that. I will not go into a fear-based place in regards to this. So what can we do instead? Well, the truth is, we're just in science only now understanding how energetic our bodies really are, how we actually use electrons, how our mitochondria can absorb light, how we are vibrating at certain frequencies, our organs are vibrating at certain frequencies. So my approach is one where I will just be attracted to things that will enable my energetic frequency to stay strong, to vibrate in that positive, incredible place. And what I wanted to show you in terms of how one of the tools I use all the time, if you know me, these are my babies. This is going to look just like a rock, right? What does this look like? It looks like, rough. It actually hurts my fingers. Not attractive, scaly, something you would find just kicking around in the dirt. And this is where you are at right now, home, or on your own personal journey with navigating all these outcomes of COVID-19 and where we all are at our inner work. Because when you chip away and chip away and chip away, you know, you turn it over, and here is what we've got, this unbelievably gorgeous citrine that has energetic properties. So stones have energetic properties where they can actually give off certain frequencies, and they can impact our bodies and put our cells into a more positive vibrational place. So the science behind all of that is new. It's just starting to come out, and I think it'll be just in time, because my opinion is that the very things that are going to protect us from the unknowns of 5G exposure are going to be the natural things that put us back into a state of balance, a state of love, and a state of high frequency, high vibration, and then we will not be touchable. We will become untouchable. So I will end with a quick affirmation, like I always like to. Thank you guys once again for joining me. If you like this, please share it. I'm enjoying being able to reach more and more people than I can in my day-to-day practice. I've always known that my messages needed to go beyond just the one-on-one. And so the affirmation for today is, I look within and embrace all the joy and light that I am. So remember, even if you are a little rough right now, a little cranky, a little unkept maybe, because we can't get to the hairdresser, inside is this beautiful crystal waiting to come out. I embrace all the love and light that I am. Have a wonderful, amazing day. Thank you guys for joining me, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.